Okay. So this is the My Rotary when you sign in. So I used my.rotary.org, got into this, I signed in. Okay. And once you sign in, the page that you'll see is your profile. So if you go to profile, you can click on this view club goals, and then it'll take you to Rotary Club Central. The other way you can get to there is you can just type in rcc.rotary.org, or you can see there's several ways you can get there. You can go to manage club administration and go to Rotary Club Central. Okay, so Rotary Club Central is where you're putting in your goals. Okay, and the reason why we're putting in our goals are not only to have transparency and follow and try and reach your goals, but also the Rotary Citation comes off of these goals that you put in here. Okay, so when I put in, I went to Rotary Club Central, so it's going to come up with West Honolulu, that because I'm one of the positions, and remember, there are only certain positions that can get into this website to make changes. Everybody can view it, but in order to make changes to edit goals, you need to be one of those positions, which is the president, the secretary, the treasurer, the foundation chair, membership chair, or executive secretary. And if you have someone who is really good at it, but they're not in that position, they're not named in that position, then you can delegate your authority. Oh, let me show you how to delegate. I'm going back to that homepage. Okay, so if you want to give someone else, so someone is really good at computers and they're going to do this for you, and they're not the secretary or the treasurer, when you go up to your name, okay, you go to your actions. Okay, oh, sorry. And see over here, delegation. When you hit delegation, we can assign someone else, but they're going to have all the authority that you have, but they're going to be able to do things for you. You can put a time limit, so they're only delegated that authority within a certain time limit, and then you can cut them off after that. Okay, but let's go back to Rotary Club Central. So Rotary Club Central. Okay, so you signed in, you go to Rotary Club Central. The dashboard shows you all of the main trends on your club. So I'm a member of West Honolulu, so it's showing me West Honolulu. So it has 5 years of membership trends, 5 years of gender, age trends, project trends, and funding. So this is where you can see how your club did for the last 5 years. What you want to do is you're going to the Goal Center. So click on Goal Center. Okay. You're going to make sure that you're in the right year, because you're in that position only for a certain year. So you need to be in the right year in order to be able to make some changes. So go to 22-23. Okay. And then click on all. If you go to these other tabs, you're only going to get the goals for these tabs, those topics. Go to all. Okay. And then because you're listed as the president for or AG for this year, 22-23, I hit all of the 25 goals will come up. And you see these pink boxes, that's where you're going to put in your goal. Okay. So for club membership, I want to see how the club did before. So in order to set your goals, you want to see how did we do before, where are we now? So you see this show goal details and history. You're going to click on that. It's going to open up a screen that shows you how your club did the last 5 years. Okay, so you can see what the goal is for this year. So my club is 45. I'm sorry, 48, and right now we're at 45. Okay, so say I want to track this goal, so I'm going to select this goal and I'm going to put 48, or Randy wants net one, so I'm going to put 49. Okay, then you can close this up, and this is what you're going to end up at the end of the year. This is the goal of membership at the end of the year. Now, you see there's no box on achievement. It's because Rotary will put in that number. coming from their records, their data. So you're not able to put in your achievement, Rotary will put that in for you. So for membership foundation, they put in how you're doing, okay? So same going to the service participation. And here it's telling you what this means, how many members will participate in club service activities during the year. Okay, so this is what we had before. This is the goal we had before. This is the achievement we had in those years. So I'm going to select this goal. And so our goal is 20 this year. And so maybe we want to go 23, okay, for the goal for this year. Okay, so let's go to the next one. New member sponsor. How many members will sponsor a new club member during the Rotary year? Okay, so here we said 4 this year, that's our goal. And because it's blank, our president hasn't put in that number yet. Okay, so this one is you put in the number yourself. Okay, so let's say we're gonna track this goal and we're gonna put in 5, okay? Okay, so if you do that for each one, I didn't put in this goal. Oh, so look at that. I put in the wrong place. The goal is 23, not the achievement. I can't put in the achievement because that year didn't happen yet. Okay, Rotary Action Group, that means how many members will be members of the action group. So you put in those numbers and so forth. Okay, so you have how many members in action groups, you have leadership development. So how many of your members are participating in leadership development? So it could be something internal in your club that you're going to have people know how to be leaders in a committee, how to be a chairman, or maybe they're taking a leadership class. District conference attendees, how many went to the district conference? How many people are in the fellowships? And this is a Rotary fellowship that it's asking for. How many club members will be members of the Rotary Fellowship? And so those are the actual ones that people have to sign up and join for the for fellowship. You know, like the Wine Appreciation Fellowship or the Yachting Fellowship. Those are actual organized fellowships. Okay, district training. So this one is how many of the club committee chairs attended the trainings and the assemblies. Annual fund contribution. Here you can see how much our goal was and how much we contributed. And so you want to maybe ask your foundation chair what the goal would be, and then you put that. You always want to select the goal and put the goal in there. Okay, but the update comes from Rotary. They will put in the actual amount that is donated to the annual fund. Then the Polio Plus Fund, major gift. This is how many donations of a 10,000 or more. How many major gift donors will you have? Quest Society, that's where someone pledges $10,000 or more to the endowment fund. Benefactors are just $1,000 a year. I'm sorry, $1,000 when they die. Service projects. Okay, how many service projects will your club complete during the year? So you check off the goal, the select goal, you put in the amount, and then that number, I'll show you how to get that number in there a little later. How many Rotaract clubs, how many Interact clubs, how many inbound youth exchange, outbound youth exchange students are you gonna have? How many students in RILA? Okay, do you have a strategic plan? Are you up to date on strategic plan? And all you have to do is say, yes, I've achieved that. Do you have an online presence? Do you have social activities? Okay, how many social activities will your club hold outside of regular meetings during the club year? Okay, updated website and social media of club projects, and then the use of Rotary promotional items. Okay, so you always want to select the goal. So I would suggest going through all of these and selecting a goal and putting your goal in. Once you do that, you need to come back up here and save. If you don't hit this save button, You got to start all over and put it in again.
Oh,
Okay, so that's where you save. So what you can do is do this now, put it in, but then, you know, when you come July 1st and you think that maybe your goal is too low, too high, you can kind of edit those. So they are editable. Okay, now in order to get the Rotary citation, you just need 13 of these achieved. Okay, so you got to remember to get back into this website every once in a while and mark off your ones that you have achieved. So let me show you how to do your service activities. So now we're going to this thing, service activities. Okay. 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 I'm not going to save these goals. So, but see how it told you, you better save it. Okay. Yes, I'll save it then. Okay. So service activities, go into this service activities tab. And then this is.
Holly, can I interrupt for just a sec?
Sure. Yeah.
Are we able to see what the goals are in the current year that our current president had set?
Yeah. So when you open up this tab, this screen, this is the
Okay.
2000, this is the current year goal right here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
you can
thank
see
you.
what the goal was, where you are now, if they updated it or not.
Okay. Mahalo.
Okay. Okay. Service activities. So you want to put all of your activities in here. You can put them all at the beginning of the year or as you go along. But if you don't update it, you don't mark it as complete, then it won't show up as your one of your goals. So I'm going to take one of our repeat service activities. And usually we have dictionaries, right? So where's dictionaries? Huh. No dictionaries. Okay, one of the ones we do is book donation. Okay, so I'm going to copy the project. Book donation to elementary schools, that's the title. You put a short summary. You put the start date, when you're going to start it, when you're going to end it. You put in the number of volunteers, what you project and what you achieve. So if you're doing this after you did the project, you already know how many you did, right? So this is number of volunteers, number of volunteer hours, cash contribution. Okay. So you put in your projected and then what you actually spent, the value of donated goods and services. So those are in kind goods and services. And if you're traveling for the time, volunteer hours, you can count the time from when you left home into that volunteer hours thing. And then you can put, if it's what kind of project, is it community project, international? So you check off one of these things. And then if you have partners like other Rotary clubs, Interact, Rotaract, action groups, you can check off one of those. Okay. So once you put in all of these fields in, you mark it as complete. And all you got to do is click this button and it's marked as complete. Okay. This mark project complete. Okay. Once you do that, it'll go to the other goals page and it'll say how many service projects you have. But if you don't mark it complete, it's not going to get there. Okay. And the reason why you want to put it in here in the Rotary International website is because they have that dashboard where they put the whole district, how many hours, how many projects, and they can also do it by zone and by international on how many numbers and volunteers we have. Keisha?
Yes, thank you. I was going to ask, can we put repeat projects in now and then once we complete them, go back and click project complete?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So once, if you have any of repeat ones, you can put it in there. And if you put it in there and you never do it, then you just don't mark it complete. Okay. So when you want to do a new project, add a new project, you just hit that add new projects, and this is what you would put in the title, the summary, the start end date, what you think you're going to have as volunteer hours and the cash. And then when you actually do it, you put the achievement and then you mark it complete. Okay. So once you mark it complete, when you go to the gold center, that's where that number will come up. Okay, so it was in service projects. So this is where that achievement. It'll show up. Okay. Okay. So that's all it is for putting in goals. Really easy because you can see what you did before, what the goal is this year, and how you did, what the goals are, and what you did in the past, the achievement. Okay, so just remember, you need to go back and put in that information as achieved, except for membership and foundation. Okay, so sorry, Benson wants to be host. Okay, Benson. sorry, let me make Benson host.
No, I don't want to be host. I just want to be able to help you. So
Okay, co-host.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
So obviously I am not figuring this out after all these years because I put in all my goals last year when I was a PE, and I'm trying to go through and I'm trying to put in the number of service projects that we've done this year.
Okay, so you need to mark it as complete. Okay, so if you don't mark, if you're in the service activities section, so you
Yeah,
went to
I'm looking at the service projects. I put my goal down for 6. We've done 9, but I can't change the achievement to like the number 9. So
right, you have to go back to the service activities tab. So go back to
okay.
this one, and then you need go. Okay, so let's see. You're going to put in the information, the achievement, and you have to mark it project complete. And when you
okay, that's where I was going wrong, Naomi. This is great that you're on here because I've been working with you now for 3 years. So it's like, okay, so this is the only way I can put it back in.
right.
Okay. I did the PE stuff for adding all the stuff last year, and now I'm just figuring out how to mark them as done. Great, thank
Yay.
you.
Okay, Joy has a question about strategic plan for this. Where can you find this information? You would ask your current president where that is, or your club trainer. And it could be that maybe the strategic plan was verbal and you don't have anything in writing. So it would be good to, when you have your assembly, so president-elect should have their own club assembly around April, May, June, to make the plans for next year and have a vibrant club workshop. So you're talking about what is the strategic plan? What do we have before? What do we need to update it and see where you can go next year? So sometimes, yeah, the strategic plan is in someone's archives and it never gets worked on.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Benson, you said what did you say, Benson? You want to say?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that, a lot of clubs, if you ask them if they have a strategic plan, they said, oh yeah, we did one like 5 years ago and it's in so-and-so's drawer, but we haven't taken it out. So part of what we do in that Vibrant Clubs workshop, which is March 19th, is to actually put together a strategic plan. And, it sounds like a complicated process, but it's really not. It's just really sort of a kind of a specific to-do list with some goals in it. So in what Naomi went through with you today and Central, so if you're not a computer person, if you're not the kind of person that just loves to update stuff, then get somebody in your club. I guarantee you there's somebody in there that just loves doing, going through every single line and, moving it over like, one mark that will do that. So yeah, if you're not that person, the main thing is that they get put in there and then somebody's updating, especially like your service projects. It's way easier to do it like if you check in like once a month and update your service projects than to try to do them at the end of the year and try to remember what you did for 27 service projects throughout the year. Very, very difficult. So just do them as you go.
Thanks. That's good advice. Keisha, do you have a question?
Yes, I do. I wanted to know, is there a place that strategic plans should be located in the Goal Center or anywhere else online for Rotary?
No, it's internal within your club.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah, we don't post it anywhere. We don't document it anywhere. If you have Club Runner, you can put it in your documents and house it there to make sure that it's some place that somebody can find. Okay, so let me show you, Vincent said we should be going back to your goals and updating it every once in a while. So this is this year's goal. So we put in the goals at the beginning of the year and we want to update it now. Okay, so the ones that are here are the ones that we wanted to track. So remember that button to track. These are all of the goals that we wanted to track. And see here, we haven't updated achievement for sponsorship, for service projects, and then we did for other things, and now it's checked off because we met that goal. So here, action group participation, and at the beginning of the year, you kind of know how many members you have, and so if you put that in, you could already check off that goal. So these green buttons means that it's achieved. Okay, and that service, where is that service? Service projects, we achieved 5 and our goal is 6. So it doesn't have a green check mark because we're not there yet. Okay, so you want to make sure you're doing this. And for the Rotary Citation, the cutoff is June 30, but for the awards for district, there is a cutoff. And I believe this year it's April 10th. So you want to be on track for getting your goals, 13 of your goals achieved. Sharon?
Yes, I have a question on the service projects. We have, in our club, we have a lot of service projects going on. And we can either make monetary donations or we can go and do the project. If we're making a monetary donation directly to that nonprofit organization, does that still need to run through the club so that it shows up on the report? Or if I sent a check to the diaper bank, let's say, and which is one of our projects, can I just tell the treasurer or tell the president or somebody that I mailed a check directly to that organization and it would get counted?
So when you're looking at the project, okay, what are the boundaries of the project? So the project dollar amount was a certain one, whether you gave it to the club or you bought things or you gave it to the organization. If it's for that project, you're going to count it in your total. Now, if you partnered with other clubs, you're only going to do what your club did. You're not going to combine it with the other clubs.
Right. But if I send a check directly to the diaper bank, I can tell somebody that keeps track of this that I did that, and they can add that into the report.
Right.
Okay.
So as long as it's for that project, because each
Yes.
project has a title.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
No, Sharon, you're exactly spot on. I have been going through putting in each of our food basket projects right now, and I literally got to December and it's like, okay, where do I put in the money? So Naomi's the best coach I could ever hope for.
Thanks. Okay, so Mike, you're looking at this year, right, and seeing what you checked off and how many you have. So as long as you got 13 of these green marks, you're gonna get that Rotary Citation. So that's where you want to be. And if you don't
Not worry
check
about,
it, awesome.
even worse, I'm a president-elect for the next year. I'm a Hanaho, so I'm about to put new numbers down. So I'm just trying to figure out how to put last year's stuff in. So I'm just chuckling as I go along here.
Okay. But that's what you want to see is all of these green marks. But if you don't get a green mark unless you're tracking that goal, so try and track every single one, and don't forget to save your work. Okay, so that's it. It's easy. So I'm sure you guys can finish this off tonight, right?
And I will tell all the other presidents or past presidents or president-elects, once, if you're like me and my club does a number of things routinely, put the first one in for last summer and you literally just hit copy past project.
Mhm.
And 2/3 of the work doesn't need to be redone. It's like change the dates, change the number of people, if they added money. So Naomi's all over it. This is the way to put them in.
All right. Okay, so if you've got a really awesome project and you want to share it with the world, you can go to Rotary Showcase and put that in. And now, okay, they used to have Rotary Ideas and Rotary Showcase, two things where you can ask for volunteers or people to be to join you. But now everything is in the showcase. So let me show you where to go to the showcase. So it's where is it? You're going to, okay, so I went to take action, then develop projects, and then go to showcase. Okay, so when you're in the showcase, you put your project in there, and then you can say whether you need participation or donations, and you can share your projects with the world. So in the showcase, and it's still thinking, you can, if you wanted to do an international project in India or Thailand, you can go to the showcase and find out who's doing what in those countries. If you want a certain kind of project in environment, you can search by the keyword what kind of project you're looking for, and it'll tell you if it's in progress, if they finished it, where it's located, the club name, and find out where it did. So say we're going to do District 5000. So you want to see what clubs are doing things in what countries. You go to District 5000, and then it'll show you all of the projects that are in the showcase. So this is for the world to see. Okay, so these are all of the projects that are in there already. We've got tons, 107 projects in there. Okay, so let's see. Questions?
Yes, this is Sue Ann.
Hey, Swan.
It would be helpful if you just I get lost in this website. I mean, if you just put down how you get there, just put it down for us, which one to click on, because I just get totally lost.
Okay.
And if you're explaining something, I'm still trying to go find Club Central,
Okay. So if you go to our PE page, I have the instructions and it has step-by-step. Log in here, go to this thing. And on the PowerPoint that we did for Saturday, I have the steps in there as well. So, the PE page, it's, let me show you the PE page. So all of your information for president-elects are on this page. Okay, so when you go to the district website, Rotary D5000, you go to this president and officer resource. And on this page, you're going to find like the invoices and some other information, but here, info for president-elects. When you click on there, okay, look at all this stuff that you're going to see. You're going to have like the PowerPoint from Saturday. You've got Julie Aubrey's PowerPoint here. You've got the, if you're going to pets and you want to see the program, but right here you have the where is it? You've got how to set goals, the instructions for Rotary Club, Rotary Citation, because the Rotary Club Central goals are for the citation. Okay, and then it how to record service activities. So when you click on this, it has the instructions on what it means. So these are what each goal means. And then if you click on how to set goals, it tells you step by step how to set the goals. Okay. And if not, Sue Ann, you want a one-on-one? I'll do a one-on-one with you.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? We're all good. You guys already set your goals?
No. Is it the practice? Can I ask Naomi? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Jackie?
Is it in the process of setting goals, do we work with the club at all to say what areas would you like to work in? For example, in Wahiwa, we've got Wahiwa General, we've got some elementary schools, and then we've got Wailua High School, and a lot of different things that we could do. Do we involve our club in making the decisions on the kinds of projects that we want to do?
You absolutely will include them, because if you set the goals and they're not behind you, you're gonna be doing them yourself. But-
Right.
So, if you want the goals to be shared and owned, it'll be good to get them all involved. And especially for the membership and foundation chairs, you want it to be their goal that they're going to work on. So
Okay.
when you have your club assembly, your strategic planning assembly in April, May, or June, that's where you go and you say, club members, what do you guys want to do? And then confirm that those are the projects you want to do, and those are the goals that they're going to stand behind.
So I was thinking that we're going to try to do our goals now and walk through these steps now. But
Yeah. That'd be good.
that'd be good, but we won't have met. I mean, we're just going to have our first in-person meeting coming up in March. So would it be good to ask them at that time so I can go ahead and get our goals in?
Well, okay, so Randy wants the minimum of your membership and your foundation goals in by the end of PET. So that's by Monday, by Sunday. Okay, so put them in based on your best guess, or you can call your membership or foundation chairs and ask them what they want to do. And when you look at the 5-year history, you can kind of estimate what the goals are going to be again.
So those are the only ones that have to be done right away.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
by the 25th, yeah?
Right.
Feb 25th, yeah.
Yeah. But by May, we'd like to have all of at least 13 put in. If you can do 25, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so maybe we can, in one of our first or second meeting in person, we're going to start that in March, I believe.
Yep, you can do that at
All
that
right.
time.
Thank you.
Keisha, you had a question? No?
No,
Okay,
no, I was saying I was done.
you're done with your goals?
Yes.
Oh,
Hi, girl.
all right.
One less
Hey.
thing.
So that's incentive for everybody. Okay, other questions?
I was looking at that membership part where it defines them by age. And I asked our secretary, how do you get that in there? Because it's not in there at all for years. So she said, well, you actually have to get the permission of the member to put the age in. Is that correct?
That is correct. So it's garbage in, garbage out. So if the information is not there, you're not going to get it. And that's why the big category on unknown is big, because people don't put the year in.
Yeah.
But it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it. It's something that you can guess if you're trying to get the stats yourself for your club. But you don't have
I
to.
will just pass to you all when I work with my more senior members and they would like to get to the rule of 85, it's like, you need to give me your real birthday.
Right.
Because if
Right.
it's not in Club Runner, it won't apply it to your senior status. And suddenly, even though our social roster never had what year it was, they'll tell me what year they were born.
Okay. Oh, and the year, not everybody can see the birth date. It's only people who have access, the higher level access, you can see the birth date. But
Right.
yes, rule of 85, if you don't know what that is, it's years of service plus age. If you're 85, you're exempt from attending. Okay, so I'm going to work with Terry Lowe on our club goals pretty soon. But if anybody has any other questions, if you want a one-on-one, I'll be very happy to do it with you. But just remember to put it in now, so we can have it by the end of PETS, and then you can go back and tweak it a little later on. Thank you, everybody.
Mahalo.
Aloha.